time for your weekly dose of pop culture
with Cassie and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
Yes, yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing? Can you hear me? Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hold on a second. I can't hear me anymore. So I don't know if we can. If you can hear me, let me know if you can hear me. Um, I don't know if you can. Bear with me 1 second here. There you go. Now I know you can hear me. Now I know you can hear me. Here you go. Can you hear me? Okay. So, welcome to Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. I am Kenny. Kathy's coming with us in a few minutes. Kathy will be here. And right now she's having some technical difficulties. And, but she will be here. And how's everybody doing today on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture? How are the pop culture kids? Now, today, boys and girls, we are going to be talking about the movies coming out in 2022. So, make sure if you have any movies that you know that are coming out that you want to talk about. Wait, hold on a second. Some movies you want to talk about that's coming out. Please leave a comment in there. Let us know. And we could be on top of that, like we're on top of a horse. Boom, and we'll talk about that right now. Right, when it comes up. I'm sorry. I'm so used to having Kathy with me that when she's not with me, I don't know what to do with myself because there's nobody control me. Wait a minute. There's nobody control. There's nobody take me off. Because you take me off, there's no show. Oh, wait a minute. We about to have fun till my day takes my T-bird away. Okay, here we go. So Kathy will be along momentarily. But in the meantime, 2022, we have a lot of great movies coming out. And there's a lot of movies that I'm personally looking forward to. Of course, we all know I'm looking forward to the superhero movies. But those aren't the only movies coming out. Okay. And before we start, yeah, Michael, I know you understand about control. Hey, man, I have a free reign now. I don't have Kathy hitting buttons on me now. This is great. But before we start, today is January the 15th. And today is actually the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King. So I just want to acknowledge that and give homage to that. It's actually we had a national holiday on Monday, which is after his birthday. But today, the 15th, is actually do whatever I want. Michael, don't get me started because I will. But but anyway, today is Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday, and it's great that we should acknowledge what a great man that he was and what he brought to the America as a whole, not just people of color, but America as a whole. Because if you remember, his last speech was Black people, white people, Jews, Gentiles, the whole thing. He wanted everyone to come together, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, free at last. And that's something that we need now more than ever with today's climate. But that's all I'm going to say about that. But Monday, make sure you honor Dr. Martin Luther King, and today's his actual birthday. So on to our list of, hey, that's Kathy right now. All right.
Yes, she finally figured out what the problem was and why I couldn't be seen or heard. And maybe that's a good thing. I thought the storm Izzy was coming already because I guess we are all bracing for, and when I say all, I'm talking about the Southeast, for our 5 to 8 inches of snow or sleet or rain or whatever it is.
You guys are getting 5 to 8 inches?
In some parts. I don't think we'll get it here. I think that's going to be south of Charlotte, but or maybe west of us rather. but we're supposed to get like sleet or something, and it doesn't take much to shut everything down. So
Yeah, well,
I spent the afternoon on the quest for like what bread, milk, and eggs. I don't know why those are the three things that sell out because you know is everybody going to be eating French toast in this? It just seems like that always tends to happen, and
oh
I'm
my
not sure
goodness.
what quite will happen when the power goes out and how you're going to cook those eggs. But hey, it is what it is.
Michael A. Shepard is funny. He's like, "Uh-oh, she showed up. You're in trouble now."
Oh, that's right. Because
Because
usually,
Mike was saying, "Do whatever you want." She's not there. You do whatever you want. He was,
oh, I guess because
yo,
and again, for those of you who don't know who are watching, Michael Shepard is one half of Boozing with Gays, and they broadcast at 11:30, and it's a struggle for me to stay up for it on a Friday, because I mean this week we had a dance with those kids, and Lord have mercy, but it is hysterical, and usually there is a good drink recipe in the mix, and just some
well,
good
well, well, wait.
conversation.
Boozing with Gays comes on at 11:30 at on
11:30 Eastern, I think it's
on Friday night.
8:30 Pacific, or I
Well,
don't
no,
know.
I'm worried about Eastern time because I'm Eastern.
It's 11:30 Friday nights,
Okay,
and it is
I'm gonna
on
try on
Facebook
Friday
and
night.
YouTube, Boozing with Gays, and it is very funny.
You know what? And when I don't have a previous show commitment, I'm gonna check that out, and see what it's all about because I haven't seen it yet. But I need to check it out because Mike is my man because he had me
But it was
pumped. Mike
well,
had me pumped. He's like, "Do whatever you want." He came with it. He said, "Do whatever you want. There's no control. It's your show
well,
now, man."
and I know originally we talked about doing a show, Pop Culture and MLK Day, and I know we switched. This show was supposed to be last week, but we started talking about Sidney Poitier, so we did. So that's why we were talking about the movies this week. But who knows if the storm comes and the power goes out again, I won't be talking about much of nothing. So
that is actually a sound bite that you need to edit. When you said, I'm out shopping for eggs and milk and
uh,
bread, like everybody's making French toast. That's actually hilarious. That's a sound bite. We need to make that sound bite for advertisement.
but
But
I'm telling you, I don't know if that is across the country or whether that's
well, no, it's
particularly down here in North Carolina. But
Miss
they will buy up some eggs, some bread, and some milk in a heartbeat.
Miss Cookie is watching. I want to say shout out to Miss Cookie. How you doing?
Uh, You
Um,
say it smells like snow, and it's like they're
yeah,
gone.
I know. Well, up here it can snow like that, but see
Mhm.
down there, you guys don't have the facilities that we have up here.
No, yeah,
And
we'll be shut in. We'll be
you
shut
guys will
down.
be shut. But up here, it could snow for 8 inches, and we'll be out the next day. It's no big deal up here. And now I got Dad's truck. I'm ready to go through the snow. But
Oh, we'll be out for a week. I'm in my little Prius. I tell you what, and I love my Prius, and I love it, and the gas, the mileage, and everything, all good for the environment. God bless. But you know what? I was listening to. Do you have the? Are you playing it through your headphones or through the speaker? Because I thought I heard an echo. But okay, I will move on. Uh, I went to deliver something to one of my families, and I was following the navigation from the car navigation, and it started taking me up these dirt roads that weren't paved, that my Prius was not made for. Yes. So now
that's
my
because you live in
tire light is on, and I'm like, I must have hit something on one of those roads.
the country.
Oh my gosh. It
I'll
was
be
feeling
teasing.
very country.
I'll be teasing my buddy Mike about this all the time about living because he lives in Virginia. I'll be teasing him all the time about he lives on the other side of Richmond, which is country. The other side of Richmond, down
Well, see,
south, is country.
Virginia to me isn't that country.
Yeah, but
I guess it depends on where you are.
the other side of Richmond is straight country.
Okay.
That's country.
All right.
And you in the country. So you can expect dirt road. It's like when I had that talk with our cousin, and he's like, "Oh, we ain't country. We cityfied here." I said, "The colleges." He goes, "The college is right down the street." I said, "On the way to the college, do you pass any cows, any livestock?" He goes, "Well, yeah." I said, "Then you in the country." I don't understand. You in the country. If
Okay.
you pass livestock anywhere you have to go, you in the country.
Well, Kenny, you have produced another one of these mile high long lists, and I have to
I like
tell
to say
you,
Michael, Virginia is country. The Michael says Virginia is country. Me and Michael,
Virginia,
we here. Me and Michael are here. Virginia is country.
Lord have mercy.
Virginia is country.
Anyway,
My buddy Mike Franklin, Virginia is country, buddy. I tease it because he grew up in Virginia. I tease him all the time. He talks about when he has to do stuff like that. He says, "Oh, yeah, I got to go to the store." I said, "Do you have to pass a barn
not
when you go to the
see,
store?"
and again, you're all cityfied. The store is the stove.
The store.
You got to go to the stove.
No. If you want to buy a Sam Cooke album, where would you go? Record store.
Sorry. All right.
Nobody else has seen Under the Cherry Moon. What?
I was about to say that's only your favorite movie. Let's talk about some of the movies that are coming out this year. I
Yes.
know I was really looking forward to The Matrix, but I got to be honest, I still am not ready to go to the theater. I know you've been to the theater, and folks, you can let me know. Maybe I'm wrong in the comments. If you've been to a movie theater, honestly, I have not been to a movie theater probably since 2019. And right now, I mean, it's just crazy. No, you're laughing, but I mean, the
No.
last 3 or 4 days, all I did on the phone was talk to parents telling me, "Oh, this kid is out, this kid is sick, I'm sick, this one's sick." It it's just there's a lot of COVID going around. I was supposed to go to a meeting in Raleigh and stay overnight in the hotel next weekend, but they just canceled that and said no, we're going virtual. So I don't know. It might be a while before I get back in the theater.
Michael says fitting to go to the stove. I like that.
But-
Fitting to go to the stove.
I said, well, yeah, well, actually, that's all they do down here. I don't think they actually do anything or go anywhere, but they fitting. You got me so off track tonight. I mean, it started off with my camera and everything not working, and now you just got me lost.
Hold on. We fitting to finish the show.
Yes, we're fitting to finish the
We
show.
fitting to
So
get on
let's
track.
get into it.
Well, Audrey's looking forward to
Because
Scream
Audrey
4.
is looking forward to Scream 4. Now,
I'm looking forward
I
to
really
Maverick.
loved the first Scream. I
I've
hung
never
in there
seen
for the
Scream.
second one, but but after a while, you're kind of like, okay, we kind of get it. We know the formula already, but I'm sure 4 should be good.
Did
I don't.
you? Let me ask you a question. Did you add these 6 to the list, or did Ed add the 6 to the list? Because I
Oh,
sent
it
it to
must
Ed.
have been Ed. Did
It
Ed
was Ed.
add them?
Ed must add.
And I got to go back because I forgot to send Ed the link. So my bad. I got to get Ed on board. So I'm putting you in charge again. It's all about you now.
Wow. Okay. So, Scream or well, actually, Audrey, the movie's just called Scream. It's not even called Scream 5. It's called Scream. So I don't know what that's about, but it might be kind of like, hey, Scooby Life, how you doing? It might be kind of like how the first Suicide Squad movie was called Suicide Squad, and the second Suicide Squad movie was called The Suicide Squad. Now, I mean, excuse me. Now they're not doing. I've noticed a pattern in a lot of movies. They're not doing like they're not adding like the number of the movie behind it. They're giving another word. A lot of movies they're not adding the number of the movie behind. Like this is Scream 6, 7. They're like adding another title behind it instead of putting numbers behind movies. Because if you
'Cause
notice,
wasn't there
Fast and Furious
wasn't
stopped doing
there
that too.
wasn't there like a Fast and Furious that didn't have a number, or was that just like the
Yeah.
first one was Fast and Furious, but didn't they put like a the in front of one of
No,
them?
no, no. The second one was Too
Too
Fast, Too Furious.
okay.
You
Well,
know, that was big.
this is like Coming
The
to
third one
America.
was
It was
the third one was Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift,
okay.
and the fourth one was like the first one was The Fast and the Furious. The fourth one was like Fast and Furious. The fifth
Okay,
one
yeah,
was
that's
Fast
what
and Furious 5. Then it was Fast and Furious 6. And then it was Fast and Furious 7. And then I think 8 was called, well, 9 was called Fast 9. Just Fast 9.
and is that the last one?
No,
God
no, no, no.
willing.
There's more coming. It was so great. I'm so excited.
Fast and Furious Y.
The last time did Fast 9, they went into space. And Ludacris and Tyrese was in a car in space. And they crashed the car into a satellite to stop the bad guys.
Okay. All right.
That's a movie. That's a movie.
That's a movie.
That's a movie.
That's called The Stretch on the plot. Lord have mercy.
Michael, you're losing me. That's 7 numbers too many. Michael, you're losing me on
Seven,
this.
exactly.
You're losing me, Mike.
Seven numbers. The first one was enough. Okay, so what else is coming out?
Okay,
You
so
mentioned,
you want to start from the beginning?
or are you starting from the end of your list and going up,
Yeah,
or
let's start. Right now, it's out, and I want to see this movie. And
what?
I was hoping it was on a streaming channel, because
Mhm.
what they're doing now with the COVID, a lot of these movies, especially the movies with Warner Brothers and the movies with Disney, they're coming out on streaming apps, and they're coming out on in the movie theater. Matrix Resurrection was on movie theaters and on streaming app. And if you have HBO, see it on the streaming app because that movie sucked eggs.
Oh wait, the new Matrix movie.
Oh, that movie was
I
so
love
bad.
Keanu so much.
That movie was
Please
so
don't tell me it's
bad. Oh, it's horrible. Let me tell you, when I watched that movie with my son, me and George watched that movie. The first 20 minutes, me and George are looking at each other, and we're into the sci-fi thing. We're looking at each other, and we're like, I don't know what the hell's going on. He's like, I don't know what's going on either. I'm like, we don't know. And then halfway through the movie,
You, you,
I
are you
said,
sure you didn't take the red pill?
halfway through the movie, I said, I'm bored. And he stopped the movie. He goes, yeah, me too. This is stupid. And we're like, well, he goes, well, what you want to do? I said, well, we're halfway through now. We might as well see how it ends. And I fell asleep.
Oh my goodness.
I finally went back and watched it, and there were some scenes at the very, very end that were worthwhile watching. Of course, it has Neil Patrick Harris in it, but the Matrix Resurrection is yes, it has Neil Patrick Harris who plays a very good role in this.
Oh,
But
I love me some
Yes,
NPH.
MPH is great, and when he was in the Harold and Kumar movies, I got more respect for MPH. I loved him in the Harold Kumar movies, but in any event, this movie itself does
Mhm.
not do MPH justice. It does not do Keanu Reeves justice. It does not do what's her name, Catherine Martin. Does not
Carrie Ann Moss.
Carrie Ann Moss. It does not do her justice. Anybody in this movie, it does not do them justice. This should not have been in the theater. This should have been a made-for-TV movie. They'd have done better making this a series like everything else.
Okay. So you're buzzing. Pass on the Matrix. All right, let's get to this list because it's almost 9 o'clock.
Okay.
What is this movie? I want to dance with somebody.
That's about you going from the bottom. I'm starting from the top. And what's going
Oh,
on
you
now?
were going from the top. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
right now, there's a movie out
Oh, this
called
is in order. Sorry.
yes. Right now, there's a movie out called 355, which came out last week, which is basically about some international spies. And it's a bunch of women spies, kind of like a Charlie's Angels thing, but it looks badass, and I do want to see it.
Okay, who's in that?
Who's in that is Lupita. How do you say her name?
Nwongo.
Yeah, Lupita Nyong'o's in
Lupita
that.
Nyong'o. I think that's how you say it. At least that's.
Penelope Cruz. Sebastian Stan is one of the people. Jessica Crest cast.
Oh, isn't that the guy with the arm?
Sebastian Stan is the Winter Soldier. Yes.
The Winter Soldier.
Yes.
But he's
yes.
the guy with the arm. I
The
mean,
Winter Soldier.
for us non-Marvel, don't know Marvel Universe people, he's the guy with the arm.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So the next one should be a kid favorite. That's just on this. It came out yesterday, and this should be on Amazon, I believe. Hotel Transylvania Transformania. Hotel
Hmm.
Transylvania is a franchise, and they've done this is like the third or fourth movie they've done of Hotel Transylvania. It's about a human guy that falls in love with a vampire girl, and they wind up getting married. And the vampire girl, her dad's a vampire, of course, and he has all these friends that are um, monsters. And the human guy, like, mixes in with these monsters and everything. And it's a franchise, so this is probably good. Adam Sandberg is the voice of the vampire,
Okay. That
so
that
it's
was
just yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, that's 355.
okay.
Scream, which is what I think. Who was that? Audrey talking about? Scream
Uh
comes out.
oh, Scream, the new
Scream came out
Scream.
today. Yesterday rather. Now
Yeah.
I'm a little apprehensive on the Scream movie thing.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. Isn't Scream supposed to be like a parody of actual horror movies?
It is. So why you don't? I
I
mean,
haven't
that
seen.
was
Well,
the first one was a
I'm not a big
parody of
horror.
the.
I'm not a big horror movie fan anyway.
Did you
So do I
see
do I
the?
need do I need a parody?
Did you see the original Scream?
No, I did not see the original Scream. I'm
You didn't
actually
see the original Scream? How
Jesus
can you
Christ.
be like the whole premise of the show is pop culture kids that we know a little bit about pop culture, so we talk about pop culture. And Scream, like the original Scream is like like major one of those major pop culture
Is it
touch
is it
points.
is it better than Goonies? Because I haven't seen Goonies either. Remember?
Oh my god.
You know what
So
I was going to watch
pull out
yesterday.
the list. Do you have the list? Are you keeping
Yeah,
track of the list?
I'm keeping it.
Because you
But
need to watch
you
Goonies.
know what I was going to watch.
You need to watch Scream.
You know I was going to watch today for the first time, but I
What?
decided not to. My cousin Vinny.
You have never seen My Cousin Vinny.
I have never seen my cousin Vinny.
Shut the front door. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, you're just oh my gosh.
There's a lot of people who've
Mm-mm.
never seen my cousin Vinny. Hey, Ed, Ed's in the house.
Ed is
Um,
in the house.
I've never seen my cousin Vinny. I'm sure there's a lot of people who've never seen my Michael, Audrey, Scooby Life, Ed. Have you guys seen my cousin Vinny?
Yes, the original Scream was fantastic.
Okay,
Because
well,
even though I don't like horror movies, it had a little bit of the suspense elements. I love humor, so it just kind of
I
made fun of itself. Oh my goodness.
Ed said
I'm
my
probably gonna
cousin
freeze
Vinny.
for a minute, so
My
excuse me.
cousin Ed says my cousin Vinny. Take a card away. Ed, come on, I'm your boy. I'm your boy. This is KP you're talking to. This is KP, Ed. What do you mean take my card away? Come on, man. I'm sure there's somebody out there who is the Audrey, Scooby Life, help me out. Miss Cookie, help me out. Have you seen my cousin Vinny?
See, even Michael Shepherd have seen these actually.
Mike, don't leave me
Oh,
now,
you
Mike.
oh, okay. So okay. Okay, Michael Shepherd has seen the new Scream. Is it worth seeing? So let's get my cousin. Again, my cousin Vinny is a classic lines. Marissa Tomei, just brilliant. Uh, you know what? I don't even know how I'm related to you. He
I haven't
keeps
seen.
his
You know
card.
what? You know what? You know what? For the show after next week, I'm going to watch Goonies and My Cousin Vinny, and we're going to talk about both those movies.
I'm telling you. Well, I probably need to rewatch Goonies because it is it's
I have
literally
never,
been almost
I
30
have
years.
never ever seen either movie, Goonies or My Cousin Vinny.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. And they're both so good.
but she had won the Oscar. Who won an Oscar
Marissa Tomei. You know what? I thought
for
it was
My
one of
Cousin
those
Vinny?
things that they said, like, they called her name even though she wasn't the winner. It was like one of those accidents. Um,
Ralph
that they couldn't
Macchio
take
is
back. Oh,
in.
I thought that was the rumor about, her winning the, Oscar. Um, almost like,
Ralph
although the
Macchio is in.
saddest thing had to be the
Ralph.
folks, from La La Land, or what was that movie? I mean, they were just storming the stage, and then it was like, "Oops, sorry,
Sorry.
should have been midnight." Um,
Um. No, no, no. Ralph
Ralph Macchio,
Macchio.
oh, yeah, yes,
You know what?
he is
I
in My
just
Cousin
got
Vinny.
tonight. I just got finished watching the last season of Cobra Kai. Have you ever seen Cobra Kai?
I have not watched Cobra Kai.
You have to watch Cobra Kai. It's
You know
got 4 seasons in. Start from season one. It is a great series. A great series.
well, you know what? If the storm comes and I can't go anywhere, I guess that's what I'll be doing, unless the
Cobra
power
Kai.
goes out, and then
All right.
Duke
What?
Power,
Look.
God bless.
What's so bad? Why don't you
Um,
give? Why don't you give? No, no, no. The next movie
oh,
coming out
there's
later on this month is Cerado,
now
and
oh,
that
wait,
stars.
Michael's saying that Marissa Tomei thing was a rumor, that it really wasn't her name on the card, but I know that Moonlight thing, that actually happened because I saw that. Because actually our cousin Dorian, who passed away last year, and he was the one who made me go see that movie,
Moonlight.
Moonlight, and it was just so dark.
I never see Moonlight.
Yeah, it just kinda was a little heartbreaking and just very dark.
Mm.
Anyway, Cobra Kai is awesome. Oh, wow, there's a lot of votes for Cobra
Oh,
Kai, so I guess I need to watch
Cobra
it.
Kai is.
Did you see have you seen Swine Song?
No,
Because I
what's
guess
that
the
about?
movies you put on the list aren't movies that are streaming only, right?
No.
These are movies that are actually coming out in the
Yeah.
theaters.
Yeah. But you know
Okay.
what? Here's my thing too. Right now, in the time of the pandemic, movies come out in the theater, and within three, like it used to be back in the day, movies came out in the theater, and you would have to wait a year for them to come out on streaming service. Now movies come out in the theater, and within 2 to 3 months, they're on the streaming service anyway. So some of these movies that come out at the beginning of the year, you'll be able to see them on the streaming service by the end of the year anyway. And some of these movies that come out on streaming service at the same time. Black Widow, like
Yeah.
the Eternals, came out in November, and they're
Mhm.
already on the streaming service on Disney Plus. Like you know,
Can
watch Moonlight.
watch
I
Moonlight.
don't, Michael, like we was cool, we was right here, but if it's so dark, I'm
Well,
depressed
no,
enough. I don't need to be
I
depressed
mean,
more.
I just felt bad because, well, I can't give the plot away, um, because there's one scene where the kid is kind of, being bullied, and he kind of, like, acts out, and I don't know, I guess it hit home for me because I don't know, I just I better shut up because I don't wanna
All
give the
right,
movie away till you guys see it.
Michael, I will put that on my list because I have to work on my studio tomorrow. But Monday I have nothing planned to do because I have a car that's a gas guzzler, so I'm not going anywhere.
You know what? You got a free card, so
I know, I
up.
got a free car. It runs through a lot of gas, so I don't go anywhere.
And
You
that's because
know,
the tank is big, but listen, don't
yeah.
fill the tank all the way up to the top
Like
because
last,
then it'll stall out on you,
like
but
last
it's got a
last night,
huge tank. I wish I had
last
a big gas tank.
yeah, last night I had a
So
woman pick
wrong,
me
doesn't
up.
it?
Last night I had a woman pick me up. Hey baby, you gotta pick me up. I don't mind paying for dinner, but you gotta pick me up. 'Cause I ain't driving this motherfucker out there. I'm not driving it. I'm not driving this out there. You know, you gotta pick me up, baby. You
Alright,
show for me.
you know what? This is why I like having the power, because at one point, I could just say, "Hey, it's Kathy and Kenny, Explain Pop Culture." We hang out every Saturday night. We're on like a little bit of a roll. You can support the show if you will, by giving us a like, a comment, a thumbs up, whatever they do on the interwebs these days. We've also got a link for our Buy Me a Coffee to help support the show. Also, if you would, in the description, check out the link for Kenny's video. He is close to 10,000 views. I know it's going to make his head even bigger. But he is hoping to hit that 10,000 view mark on his video for Unbroken Spirit. So check that out. Like and share that as well. See, I even gave you a nice plug, even though I got
I
rid
know.
of you
I
for a
heard the
minute.
plug. I heard the plug. And yes, please check my subscribe to my YouTube page.
Because
I also
he's
do
doing all
pod.
these things with his spoken word production company. He started a production company called Words Out. And I got to redo that, Kenny, because I know I did it before you gave me tracks to the album that you guys are working on. So I have to redo it and put in some of your album tracks because I do have them.
My guy, my
I do
guy,
have them on the sound bed. I don't want to play them because
my
you might
guy.
charge
Yeah,
me for the
no,
copyright.
I will. Um, my guy who's mastering them got sick, so we had to listen to the masters. We had to redo some masters, and that should be out. So the album, the first track, we're not going to put the whole album out at once. The first track of the album should be out within the next week and a half, and then the next track will be out, and then we'll put the whole album out eventually. But we had
Okay.
to shoot a video for that, and I was told by a friend of mine who's a music exec in California to get an iPhone 13.
Come over to the dark
I
side.
was
Leave your
told
Android
I was
behind.
told to come to the dark side because I can shoot a video with the iPhone 13 that'll be well enough to show, and I need a video for the song. He said, Kenny, I know I was an Android person too. You gotta get an iPhone, dude. And I'm like, no, no.
Come over to the dark side. Come over.
So
Come over.
so back to the list.
Okay.
Cyrano stars Peter Dinklage
Peter Dinklage. Yeah.
Dinklage in that, and we like to see Peter
That
Dinklage in anything.
pretty much.
Pretty much anything Peter Dinklage is golden. So we
Right.
like to see him in anything. Ice Age, and that comes out the 28th of this month. Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild is the 28th also coming out. Ice Age, the franchise of movies. I am not a particular fan of Ice Age because that squirrel trying to get that nut and never gets that nut just annoys the heck out of me. I cannot watch that. I cannot just for that squirrel. I don't care what the story is. Watching that squirrel trying to get that nut just annoys me to no end. There's a movie called Home Team that's going to be out. And the reason I put this on this list is it stars Kevin James, Rob Snyder, just like the usual crew of people from the Adam Sandler bunch. So, Home
Now,
Team
is that
probably
coming out in theaters or is that because
that's
he's
coming out
done
in
a lot of
that's
his movies for Netflix? So,
apparently that's coming out in theaters, and that's going to be on the 20th of this month too.
okay. I'm going to stop you now because I know it's like 5 after 9 and this list is way too long. So we're
I
not
know
getting all of them.
we're
So
not
you
going
know
to get
what?
all of them.
Let's hit the highlights because some of the
Well,
stuff I could care less about. What do we
okay,
need to see?
okay. Well, this next
Or
one
what
I
has
do.
the biggest hype about it?
Okay, well, this next one I do want to hype up because it's a movie called Moonfall, and it's got $140 million budget, and it makes it the most expensive independent film produced in movie history.
But wait, if it's got that much money behind it, then it's not an independent film anymore, is it?
Apparently,
I
it's
mean,
an independent film that's got $140 million budget. It's called
but see, I thought
Moonfall.
the whole thrust of independent films is that they didn't have all that
I
money and
know
that they had to kind of scrap together
that's
and
like that's like
get it
that's
done.
like
Get it done on an iPhone.
that's like Spike Lee making She's Gotta Have It on $5,000 back in
You
the
know what?
80s.
And I I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I actually have 2 iPhones, one's personal and one's for work, so I know you're gonna yell at me.
Yeah, I know. I am. That's it. Oh, Ed has a trivia question.
Oh, trivia question. What was the most profitable independent film ever made? Huh.
Blair Witch Project.
Oh, that's a good answer. I wonder if you know what? And that would be an
Blair,
answer Ed would have because it's a horror
yep,
movie.
yep.
And
Blair Witch Project.
okay,
Ed,
I,
am
I
I right?
I'm
Am I
in.
right?
I'm in with you. Blair
Ed,
Witch Project.
Ed, you have a link if you want to come on, but am I right?
Blair, yeah, I'm gonna agree. And that doesn't happen often. I'm gonna agree with my brother. I'm gonna say Blair Witch Project.
Yes, because
Mhm.
I am smart. Most people don't know that. I don't let them know that.
So it must not be the right answer because
You
oh
are
wait,
no, you are correct.
you are
Yes,
correct. Yeah.
I am the man.
Oh God, your ego doesn't need that.
I
It sure
am the
doesn't need that.
man.
Well, hey, you know what? Let's hit
I
some of these
am.
movies.
I
Okay,
am the man.
all right. This, see what happens when he does that, and you know, and the bad part is, I gave him the power to kind of control the scenes and the pictures and the images, and I sent him the invitation link. He didn't answer it. So if he doesn't have control, it's his fault, not my fault. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
Um,
so let's get
I
to
see
the movies that
a lot of
are something. Okay, so
superhero movies, so why don't you hit some of those?
Death
Before we
on the Nile. Death on the Nile is actually a remake of an Agatha Christie thing that's coming out.
This seems like
And
a lot of remakes on this list.
yeah,
You
I know
see,
there's a lot of remakes.
what
I want to spotlight "Marry Me" because it stars. It's a rom com. It looks like stars Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson, you can't lose. Um,
yeah, you can.
Texas. Wow,
You didn't see the internship?
I like
And
the internship.
don't get me wrong, I love me some Vince Vaughn. Nothing like him.
I
Clay
like
Pigeons,
the intern.
that's another one I told you to put on your list that you need to watch. Um, but
I
it
like
was
the internship.
no Wedding Crashers.
I
It
like
was
internship.
mm, okay, whatever.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Is that a remake?
It's it obviously because
Yeah.
there's already been like 2 or 3 of them,
Well,
and I
that
think what they do is a remake. Like, I don't think they do like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. They just keep doing pretty much the same movie over and over again with the same name.
okay.
New act
I want to say Luck because Luck has Whoopi Goldberg in it in the movie, and she's starring with Jane Fonda, and Whoopi Goldberg is my celebrity crush. So we're gonna put Luck out there. The Batman. I was against. I was totally against this guy playing Batman, but I've seen some of the trailers, and I'm like, okay, I'm in. Some of these
is
trailers for
this
the
still,
Batman.
Ben Affleck?
No, this is Patterson.
Oh, right, right. Oh god, the,
Yeah,
Twilight
the
guy,
Twilight guy. He's gonna be
which is, I'm sure, not the name he wants to be known as.
yeah,
Oh, he's that
yeah.
Twilight guy.
He's that
Uh,
Twilight guy, but he's gonna be
Rob
Batman.
Rob
And some
Pattinson.
of the
I think it's Pattinson. It's
Pattinson. But anyway, the trailers look phenomenal. Lisa Bonet and Lenny Kravitz's daughter Zoe Kravitz is playing Catwoman, and this thing just looks great.
oh, Zoe Kravitz is Catwoman?
Zoe Kravitz is Catwoman.
Oh,
So, oh,
okay.
like Dion, the sparkly vampire. Oh, Texas on Leatherface returns to terrorize a group of
After
Ivor's
nearly 50 years of
young
hiding,
friends,
Leatherface returns. Ah,
who accidentally disrupts his carefully shielded world in a remote Texas town. Okay. Ed, when
so
that comes out, you will come on the show and give us
I
a
was about to
review of
say,
that.
when that comes out, Ed and Dion can come down and give
Yes,
us the lowdown on,
yes.
like,
But speaking of Dion, she's on the show, the Sparkly Vampire, LOL, which
yeah,
means
oh, that is
Robert
Batman.
Pattinson. Yes. Let me see. Downtown Abbey is making a movie. That's a popular
Now,
show.
now it's not downtown, it's Downton, isn't it?
I look when I read it, I saw Downtown. If the British want to mess that up and pronounce it wrong,
Now,
that's
and
not
you
my
know what?
problem.
I watched like the first couple episodes and it just didn't take. I don't know. I
Really? Well, they're doing a movie, so
I
it's
wasn't
supposed to be.
into it. I didn't follow it.
Santos is in the building.
Oh, Santa's in the House. Two movies I want to see this year are American Underdog and A Journal for Jordan. Yes.
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
always right.
A
Yeah.
journal for Jordan is a Denzel Washington produced series. I think it's going to be on Amazon, and
Okay.
that looks
So you
really
didn't put the
good.
streaming movies on here.
I
Like
did
the
not
one
put the
I
streaming
watched,
yet.
Swan Song, that was on Apple TV. So,
Really? Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't put that on there. Um, okay, so I'm going through Morbius is coming out, but I'm not going to recommend Morbius because it's a Marvel movie done by Sony, and Sony has a tendency to mess these things up. Sonic the Hedgehog
Whoa, whoa,
2.
whoa. Just because it's produced by Sony, you're not watching it? What if it
Mm-mm,
gets good reviews or what if it looks good? I mean,
I highly doubt it. So next we have on our list Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I just saw Sonic the Hedgehog 1 last week.
why?
Oh,
Wait a minute. You got time to watch Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm sorry. I can't even. I'm all tongue tied over this. You have time to watch Sonic the Hedgehog, but yet you have never seen like classics like Scream or My Cousin Vinny or Oscar winners like Moonlight.
okay, so the next one on this is Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. They have a movie coming out, so that should be nice.
Now, I will say I have.
Salem's Lot. Salem's
I
Lot.
think that's just. Go ahead.
No, Ed put on there Salem's Lot, which is coming later on my list. But Salem's Lot is a movie that was a TV series back in the was it 70s or 80s, Ed? But they're doing another movie. They've done some things about it since, but now they're doing another movie coming out in 2022, which I might actually watch that. Um, Love Moonlight. Okay, Scooby
I,
Light.
uh,
You know what?
See, after that cafeteria scene in Moonlight, I was just like, anyway.
Santos.
Oh,
I really want to see West Side Story, and I haven't gone to the movies and seen it. I'm probably gonna have to wait till it comes out on streaming. But that was a movie I really wanted to see. I might see it. Maybe I'll see it tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll go by myself tomorrow
see,
morning and see it.
you're better than me because I can't. Well, I won't be able to go anywhere tomorrow morning because again, our weather's starting at midnight tonight, and basically the way it works in North Carolina, even if it doesn't actually snow, if it's even the slightest bit icy, no one really understands how to drive in it. They don't shovel the streets like they do up north, so basically you just can't go anywhere. Even if you wanted to, even if you could
Um,
drive, you can't
no,
go.
no, Dion. I have not seen My Cousin Vinny. We've already went over this before you got here.
Before you
Let's
got
not
here.
make this a thing.
No, he has
Let's
not
not
seen
make
My
this.
Cousin Vinny.
Let's
He has
not
not
make.
seen Scream.
Let's
He has
not make
not
this.
even seen The Goonies. I mean,
Let's not make this thing. Okay, moving
for
on.
as old as he is,
Okay,
that was
moving
like
on.
a classic of our
Moving on.
childhood. I'm sorry, I wish I
Okay.
could move on, but you know what? I think the computer is stuck. It's frozen, and I can't seem to move that comment off the screen because I think it should be clear and everybody should know.
Okay. Anyway, Ed has an interesting. Salem's Lot starred David Soul and Lance Kerwin, two old school names. And
Oh,
also,
oh, you know who David Soul is?
I know David. He's
David
Starsky.
Soul?
He's Starsky. Was he Starsky or was he Hutch?
He was Hutch.
He was Hutch. Okay. Also,
I, Paul,
did the guy from James at 15 star in that too?
Lance Kerwin is James at 15. That's what I was going to say. If you knew the TV series
Okay.
from the other guy,
That's Les Kerwin?
James at 15, or was it James at 16? I think he started off at 15, and then
It was James at 15 at first, and then he was James at
he did grow up to be James
Yes.
at
I
16.
wonder if we can find those on streaming. James at
We're going to
15.
be stranded, yeah. Because I'm sorry. Same in LA. Oh man, any kind of weather, and it's like, forget it. We don't know how to drive down south. What? Exactly.
Yo,
No
Santos.
Goonies. No.
Santos. Look, Santos, if you diss me like this in public, that little crush I have on you is going to just die.
When when I get back to New Jersey, we were watching that movie, Kitty. No excuses. I'm telling you, you guys. Well, you guys had weather up there already. Now, when it snowed up there, were you stuck in at all, or
No,
no?
no, we were not stuck. We know how to handle snow up north.
Because I figure I'm going to be stuck in. So on my to watch list will be Cobra Kai because I've seen My Cousin Vinny and The Goonies, and Scream. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Cobra Kai is great.
yes.
It's got 4 seasons. It is awesome.
Yes. Yes, James at 15, and then it was James at 16. Oh my gosh, I remember that show. Back in the good old days of television,
Yes,
shows like Family. Oh, I used to
yes.
love me some Family.
You know what I'm watching
And
now.
8 is enough.
You know what I'm watching now when I have time because I found out that my day goes better when I start off with a comedy.
Mhm.
So now I'm watching Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, old episodes of
Old
Cheers?
episodes of Cheers, yes.
Oh, I love Cheers.
Yes.
Norm.
Norm.
My favorite Norm line, because he would always come in with a line.
Yeah.
And my favorite Norm line was Norm, and they're like, Norm, how's it going? It's a dog eat dog world, and I'm wearing milk bone underpants. Just I don't know why I thought that was so funny.
Norm is the best line. Okay, back to
Okay.
the list.
All right. Back to the list.
Fantastic Beasts: The Secret of Dumbledore. That's coming out on April the 15th. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, because everybody wants to know about these Marvel movies. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness comes out May the 9th.
And I imagine you would have to have seen the Spider-Man movie first,
Well,
which
you
I
don't
do want.
really. I don't think you really have to,
Mhm.
but it probably would help. But the multiverse is all about the multiverse of madness.
Well,
And the
that's
thing
not
about
till
this is,
May, so
the,
Spider-Man should be streaming by then, I would hope.
well, the one thing you might want to watch is WandaVision
Well, I've seen WandaVision.
because Wanda is in this movie.
Oh, wait, she's in the
Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
Strange movie?
Yes.
Now, is she in this Spider-Man movie?
No, but she
No Way
is.
Home? Wait, is it
No.
it's No Way Home or
Yeah. Yeah, but
okay?
she is in
Because
the
I know
Doctor
Far
Strange
From
movie.
Like, they all have to have home in the title or something,
Yeah.
but, okay. But are there any other spoilers you wanna give me for the Spider-Man movie since you've already
No.
spoiled the
I didn't
okay.
spoil it. Why did I spoil it? How did I spoil it?
Okay, well, because you told me about the whole, like you told me some of that multiverse thing with the 2
Well,
s
telling
with
you
the
about the multiverse is not spoiling the movie. Anyway,
alright.
a cartoon movie that's coming out is DC League of Super Pets. And it's like a thing where they have all the super pets.
Is that a
Top
cartoon? Is that
Yeah,
animated?
it's animated.
Okay.
Top
So
Gun
that's for kids,
Maverick. Yeah, Top Gun. Well, I'm gonna watch it. So, but it is for
but it's for kids. But you're
Top.
gonna watch it,
I'm gonna watch it.
but it's
Top
for
Gun.
kids. I'm just trying to be clear. So is this a movie you're gonna take Milo to see so that you can watch it?
No, Milo
Oh,
can't
okay.
go to the movies yet. I'm
Okay.
gonna go by myself. Top Gun Maverick is
Well, wait
coming
till
out.
Milo gets like his dad, because he used to go, and say things like, Aunt Kathy, you need to take me to see this movie. Oh, but you've already seen it 3 times.
Yeah, but see,
Yet
he
I would
was,
take him for a 4th time.
but George knew who to play.
Oh,
He,
definitely.
he knew who to play. He knew he couldn't play me because I still tell stories to his wife about how I would take him to the toy store and I would say, "All right, look, we're gonna walk to the toy store, but we're not buying nothing. You can just look."
Nice.
So he knew he couldn't play me. He knew he could play you. Top Gun Maverick is another one that a lot of people are looking forward to, especially around our age bracket, because we remember seeing the original Top Gun. And now
Negative
Maverick,
Ghost Rider, the pattern is filled. Sorry. That I just know that line from the movie because, my principal, Mr. Pasley, used to always quote that. But go ahead.
really? Okay. Well,
But now
anyway,
is it gonna have, like, some of the
I don't know. I don't know what it's going to have in it, but it's there are some scenes. And I know one of the things is one of the kids he's training is
mhm.
Goose's daughter.
Oh, okay.
I think that's in the movie, like Goose's son or daughter are one of the kids that he's going to be training. I don't know if Meg Ryan's going to be. I would love to see Meg Ryan in this to rephrase her role as Goose's wife. I would love to see that.
Oh, that's right. She did play Goose's
Yes,
wife.
Meg
Yeah.
Ryan. And
Wow.
I don't know. I don't think what is her name? Who played the love interest in that? Um,
Um, I
I don't
can't
think she's
remember
going to
that
be
one.
on it. I don't think
I can't
anyone.
remember her name. Lord. I I don't have it in a minute.
Yeah, I don't
Was
have
it
it in a minute.
Kelly or
Kelly McGinnis, or
Kel
I don't know. Okay,
yeah,
let's
okay.
go
Anyway,
on.
moving on. I'm
Bob,
sorry.
Bob's Burger, the cartoon, is having the movie coming
A
out
and I've never
in
watched that
May 1st.
series. Did you watch it?
I've never watched Bob Burgers. Jurassic World Dominion is coming out on um
You have down
January
for June 10th.
June
But
10th.
now I'm surprised that we don't have more like, usually around the holidays, like oh,
Kelly
yes, it is
McGillis.
Kelly McGillis. Okay, thank you.
Audrey has. Thank
Audrey
you,
is
Audrey.
taking up the slack, um,
Thank you,
for
Audrey.
Ed. But it seems like we don't have that I guess nobody is usually they release movies on holiday weekends, and I know, like, towards the end of May is the Memorial Day weekend, but I guess if they're releasing a Tom Cruise movie, everybody's like, "Nope. I'm folding up my stuff. I'm going home. I'm not gonna try to release a movie. What's that about?"
Yeah,
Like, I'm surprised there's not
what they're
more
doing. Yeah,
coming out for that, like, those big
yeah.
weekends.
All right,
I know,
so
like,
we have
The Thanksgiving weekend, the Christmas weekend, Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day weekend. It just
here,
seems weird on your list that a lot of the big ones aren't coming out then.
here's something else I want to say too.
Okay.
Jurassic World is coming out June the 10th.
Mhm.
That is a movie, and one of the clips for Jurassic World that's coming out has an actress in it with I forget who the actress is. Who's the actress? Um, it stars Chris Pratt, um, Bryce Dallas Howard. Um, I'm trying to I'm trying to get to the actress. It might be DeWanda Wise. It might be DeWanda Wise. Anyway, there's a photo shoot of this movie with Chris Pratt with a black actress that's starring in the movie with him.
Mhm.
And online, there are some guys who are just not with it. They're probably at the protest last July 6th or whatever, storming the White House, storming the guy. But anyway, somebody said an angry comment about this movie turning over because it has a black actor starring in it and things like that. And we don't need that kind of hate in this world anymore. Go to the movie, check it out. Doesn't matter if the person is black or white. If you like the genre, just just see the movie. We don't need this kind of hate in the world. I think we're over this now. The next movie coming out in June
Oh,
the
wait, I was
17th.
I was trying to wait for I was trying to play some of the trailer, but it was taking so long to come up.
Yeah. The next
I
the
mean,
next the
without
next
the
one,
sound, but, to see if I could recognize the actress that you were talking
DeWanda
about.
Wise. The picture was
DeWanda
DeWanda Wise.
Wise? Okay, I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
who she
DeWanda Wise.
is.
Okay, the next movie coming out is Lightyear, which is about Buzz Lightyear from um um
Yeah, I want
um
oh, I thought that was a tree.
for the Toy Story series. And I was never big on the Toy Story series, but my son George is big on the Toy Story series because he correlates the first three Toy Stories with his life. So Elvis is a movie coming out, and that's pretty much probably about Elvis. Um, it's pretty much it's not much I can say about
That's a
that.
lot of research you did
There's
there.
not a lot of research I did there. I really didn't have
I
to do.
wonder movies called Elvis. Hmm,
It's about
wonder what this
Elvis.
is about.
Minions: Rise of Fru is coming out. Minions is from Despicable Me franchise, and this is another franchise. The Minions have become very big since Despicable
It
Me have
seems
come
like
out.
there's a lot of movies that, and
Yeah,
again,
the
I don't
remakes. There's a lot of movies rehashing things. On No,
Because it seems like,
Minis
well,
come out July 1st.
I'm sorry. Can you pause and let me get a word in?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because what I was saying, and again, you said there's a lot of remakes and a lot of movies that are either remakes or sequels. And what I just wanted to kind of just touch on or ask about or get your opinion about, rather than you just rattling through a list, is do you think that that is kind of connected with what we're going through, just like as a society, as a world through this pandemic, that there is a need to kind of pull on things that are familiar or nostalgia that
Um,
is helping people cope, and
I
maybe that's why they're kind of bringing this stuff back again,
I think
or
so.
but
I I think you're on to something. And I think in our next week's show is going to be about um, board games.
Mhm,
And I think with the pandemic, I think more people are playing these games, and I think that's going to be another thing that we're going to see, that more games are coming back because of the pandemic. Because there are families that are home playing games, and there are people who want to see things on TV and they want to see things they're used to. And the studios are trying to, oh, hey, this worked 5 years ago. This worked 10 years ago. Let's see if it works again because these people are watching this from home a lot of times and they're going to stream this.
mhm,
So yeah, I'm all I think what you're on is completely correct.
okay. 'Cause and again, I know a lot of these movies were probably in production before the pandemic actually, broke, but I know a lot of them have had to finish, but it seems like, again, it's hard to kinda tell what will take off because nobody imagined, like, something like Squid Game would be the
I've
most.
never I have you
I
watched
now
that?
that I have not watched,
I have not watched that either.
you know? And, you know
I refuse to watch Squid Game only because the same reason I didn't watch what is that show on HBO with the knights and everything and the dragons
I don't know. Oh,
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
For the
Now
same reason I
I
didn't
think
watch
I
Game of
watched,
Thrones.
again, Game of Thrones had me for about 1 episode. Um, I think I did watch more Downton Abbey episodes than Game of Thrones, but then they kinda lost me.
Yeah.
There was another show, but anyway, I digress. Oh, man,
Um
I thought I, blocked this person, but I guess I didn't do
okay.
a good job. I gotta
The
figure
next
out.
one I want to talk about because I want to get to the next two.
Okay.
Um, Thor: Love and Thunder is another Thor movie, and this one, in Love and Thunder, um, um, his love interest for the first two, Jane, is going to be Thor.
What?
She's going to get
Is
the
it
power.
is it gonna be Natalie
Um,
Portman?
Natalie Portman, Jane's character, is going to get the power of Thor, and um, the young woman who plays Valerie, um, what is her name? Because I love her. Um,
Oh, from the Creed movies?
yeah, what is her
Tessa
name?
Thompson?
Tessa. I love Tessa Thompson. If you ever listen to our show, I'm Kenny Walker Jr. You can get it. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Anyway, back to the show.
She is beautiful. But anyway, Tessa Thompson is going to display a new power.
Oh, and she used to
And
be on one of my favorite series, uh,
what?
Veronica Mars. But go ahead, keep talking.
Oh, she was on that series?
Yep,
Really? Okay. But she is on that
season
one,
2, I think she was on.
and then the next movie I want to talk
Actually, I
about.
told you last week, Sydney Poitier, one of his daughters, was on season 1 of that show as well.
Oh,
But go
really?
on, keep moving. Yeah.
Next
See, I
movie
I
is
I actually know some of these pop culture things. Go
okay.
ahead.
The next movie is Black Adam, which stars The Rock as Black Adam. Now, in the DC universe, Black Adam is usually a villain, but in this show, I guess he's going to be a hero because there are
A lot of
some.
comic book movies on
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Well, Black Adam, and I tried not to put all comic book movies on here. Black Adam is actually a character who was themed as a villain when he first appeared, but he's kind of like an anti-hero, At one point, he's part of the Justice League. Um, he's kind of like a Doctor Doom type guy, where he wants to protect his people, but at all cost. So it's kind of like a Doctor Doom type thing. Is he really a
Oh, you
villain,
know what I have
or
for
is he
you?
looking up, or really looking out for his people?
Kind of what we're doing today. So some of the movies we're talking about are showing up in this quick clip reel of some of the most anticipated movies of
Yeah.
2020.
Another
Uh,
thing about the Batman movie is that
mhm,
not Michael, no, that's the movie coming up. Okay, um, Salem's Lot. We've already talked about Salem's Lot. This next movie, Salem's Lot, comes out on August the 9th. The next movie I want to talk about coming out on August the 16th is called A Woman's King.
hmm.
The woman,
Who's-
no, I'm sorry, The Woman King. And The Woman King is a movie.
I'm sorry, I'm showing these scenes, so it's distracting you, I know. But it's a lot of the movies we've been talking about that are coming up. And this is from IMDb, including Jurassic World and the multiverse. And I guess these are like, I guess, the bigger ticket
The
movies that
woman,
are coming out.
the Woman King, is about a general and all female unit and an ambitious recruit. And what it is an all female unit of Africa, I believe. Together the pair of enemy. Anyway, it's a bunch of women who in Africa who are basically fighters.
Hmm.
And it stars bear with me 1 second. It stars
See, I love this. Oh, we were just talking about Thor. So now Natalie Portman is Thor.
Natalie
That's what
Portman's
I'm
gonna be
getting.
Thor.
But that's the Scream one is the one I wanna see. I don't know whether like I said, I'm still not ready to go to the theater, but I possibly could, stream it. I'm ready to stream, just not ready for the theater. Just not there yet. Getting there, and maybe eventually, I guess The Batman is the number 1 most anticipated movie.
Yes, it is. It is. It is.
Although,
Okay.
I see one of the movies on your list, I thought they had stopped filming, but then I just read something, the other day that they're back to filming, and that's,
Oh, you mean talking about Black Panther?
yes.
Yeah, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. That's going to come out in November 11th so far. It's still tracked for November 11th.
Unless it
Um,
gets pushed, I think we
yeah.
might not see that till, 2023.
Also, too, um, The Flash. The big thing about the Flash movie that's coming out is that Michael Keaton is going to be returned to his role as Batman,
Oh, okay.
which a lot of fans are waiting to see Michael Keaton become Batman again.
Oh,
Um,
wait, in The Flash?
in the Flash movie,
Oh,
Michael
okay.
Keaton is the older Batman in that movie.
Now who, plays the Flash? Is it the same kid from the Justice
It's
League?
the same kick from the Justice League movie. But what happens is, just like Marvel is exploring their multiverse, DC will be exploring their multiverse. And the Flash is going to go to different universes. Creed
Gotcha.
number Creed number 3 is coming out with Tessa Thompson
Mhm.
in it also, and Michael B. Jordan. That's in November 23rd. Avatar 2 is coming out in November
I
16th.
think that was
I
one that Ms. Santos mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Uh,
And I've never
wait,
seen Avatar 1.
don't tell me you have never seen Avatar.
I've never seen Avatar 1.
Wrong answer. I don't know how you could call yourself a pop culture kid. I need my ed back. Usually,
Wow. Wow. Wow.
and I've seen most of these movies. I
Okay.
can't believe you. Well,
Anyway,
and I will admit, I was late to Avatar. I actually didn't see Avatar in the theater, so I'm sure I missed something not seeing it on the big
no,
screen.
now I got to
Um,
put Avatar on my list.
so
I
now
heard Ava-
Avatar needs to be on your list. Not that
I
Avatar is great, but for the special
I
effects, I
heard
think it's one of those movies that's probably best seen in the movie theater. But
I
I
heard
didn't even
Avatar
see it
wasn't
in the
that good.
theater.
I heard
You
Avatar
what?
wasn't that good. I heard Avatar was not that good.
I I didn't think it was. It was not a great movie. And again, to me, it seems like it's a movie that's like probably best on the big screen, almost like Gravity. I don't know, and I saw Gravity like
I've never seen
I
Gravity.
saw it as a 3D film on the big IMAX kind of, and I think that was part of the experience of seeing the movie. I think there are certain movies that
There was
you
something
need to
about
see on a big screen.
There's
You don't
something about
think so?
Avatar that's just never. There's something about Avatar that's just never appealed to me. I don't know what it is.
Well, and
Um,
and here's the one thing I can say because I was a little bit uh, like I don't think I went to the theater and to see it. I don't know whether I was just opposed to it or but the one thing I will say, and the one thing that I think sometimes science fiction attempts to do is, and this is why if you gave me a choice of Star Wars or Star Trek, I'm probably gonna say Star Trek, but only because I think that through the storytelling of the future or sci-fi, they're able to make commentary about our society and the way we live today. So
I don't know
if
because
you're
Star
looking at
Trek.
it from that perspective about what they say, what the film says about, I guess, people and colonization, uh, to me, there could be a little deeper meaning to it.
Yeah, I
But
know,
if
but
you're looking at it as, "Oh, this is a big blockbuster and I gotta see it."
yeah. Well, no, and Dion, we're talking about Avatar with the blue people, not Avatar the Airbender. There's two different avatars. We're talking about Avatar
Oh,
with the blue people.
not okay. Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
blockbuster Avatar.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
with the,
Uh, Last I want to talk about is Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom. Aquaman with Jason Momoa, who is now single, which means Lisa Bonet is single, so I still have a shot. Um, Aquaman is coming out in later November, November 16th. Aquaman is coming out. What are you tweeting birds for?
I'll give you the crickets for your attempt at humor, but go on,
Okay. Anyway,
continue.
Aquaman is coming out, so we can see more of the DC universe. I know a lot of people out there that are fanboys would like to see the Snyder DC universe come to life. Ben Affleck is already said he's never playing Batman again. I think he's going to play Batman one more time in the Flash movie, and that's it. But we won't see Ben Affleck as Batman again after that, which I think is sad because I think Ben Affleck was the best Batman ever. So after Robert Pattinson comes out with Batman,
Mhm.
and let's see how he does on that. But after we see the Flash movie, I think Ben Affleck is going to be Batman in that, as well as Michael Keaton. Um, who's going to play an older
Too many
Batman.
Batmans.
Too many Batman. Well, when we're talking about a multiverse, which Marvel is also exploring a multiverse, because one of the
So,
rumors going
does that
around.
mean that the George Clooney Batman is gonna pop up? I'm
No,
just
no one wants to see the George Clooney Batman ever again.
I
Even
don't
George
even think
Clooney.
George Clooney wants to see the
George
George
Clooney doesn't want
Clooney
to see.
Batman
But
ever.
it's kind of like the Marvel universe. There's a rumor going around that um what's his name from Maverick? Tom Cruise is going to show up in um Doctor Strange in the multiverse as a Tony Stark Iron Man variant.
Oh, okay.
That Tom Cruise is going to show up as Tony Stark in another universe,
Oh,
which
that's the rumor.
I
You
don't
know
want to
what?
see it.
You know
I want
what?
it to be a rumor.
How
I don't
how
want to see
about
that.
how about this for a crossover? if Tom Cruise shows up in one of the multiverses as the character he was at, oh, what was that movie with Robert Downey Jr. and blackface?
Oh, that's a horrible movie.
It was, but it took me like a good. I didn't realize that that was Tom Cruise in the fat
Yeah,
suit playing that one
yeah,
character.
that was such a bad Tropic Thunder. Tropic
Tropic
Thunder.
Thunder. There
I
you.
hated Tropic Thunder. I hated Tropic Thunder. It wasn't
So
even
wait,
funny.
Thunder, as bad as that was, you saw that,
I saw
but you
because
still haven't seen the Goonies.
a friend told me to see that back in the day, and I watched it, and it was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. Tropic Thunder. I'd rather watch an Ernest movie than watch Tropic Thunder.
Wow.
I'd rather watch an Ernest goes to jail or goes to, whatever movie than watch Tropic Thunder. Um, no, Dion, I'm not giving up on Whoopi Goldberg for Lisa Bonet, but it goes Whoopi Goldberg, Janet Jackson, or Janet Jackson, Whoopi Goldberg, and Lisa Bonet is somewhere in the shuffle of other celebrity artists that I will get to meet when I become a famous spoken word producer and artist in the future. They, Lisa Bonet, Janet Jackson, and Whoopi Goldberg, will try to get dates with me. I won't be trying to get dates with them. They will be calling me.
This is what's right
That
now.
that's
All
how
right.
that's how it's going to be in
Well,
about 5 years. In about 5 years.
all right. Um, we talked at the end of the last show, and actually,
Um,
this
Audrey
was
put
supposed to
something.
be.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Audrey put something on there earlier, and she said, "Is there a Legally Blonde 3 coming out?" I didn't see that on my list
I
of
didn't see it on
movies.
your list either. I didn't know
I,
there
I
was.
no, I didn't see it on
There's
my
plans
movie
to do
list.
Legally Blonde 3.
I didn't see
Eh,
one or
I
two.
love the first one. You didn't
I
see
didn't see the first one.
the first one. And now again, some of these are just again, it wasn't the greatest movie. I thought it was cute, but I mean, some of these movies are just classics. How could you not have seen them?
It's
I
Legally
feels
Blonde
like I
is not
remember seeing a Legally Blonde 3
Legally Blonde.
promo,
Legally
but I don't
Blonde is
think it's going to
not.
be Reese Witherspoon. I think
Yeah,
it's
Legally
somebody else.
Blonde. Okay, Legally Blonde is not a classic.
No, it's not a classic, but it's a cute movie. It's
Nowhere
not a
near.
Clueless.
Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Ed put on here.
Oh,
Hellraiser, Orphan First Kill, Evil Dead Rise, and Halloween Ends. Halloween Ends, is that like the Halloween story for the Halloween movies? Is that where
we've
it
had so
ends?
much Halloween. I don't know whether we can
Yeah, I
take
can't.
anymore.
I can't.
Um,
I
but yeah,
can't.
Jeepers
I
Creepers
can't.
would be a remake. Okay. Anyway,
In some cases,
we have to
in
get
some,
going.
in some cases, there should be a law against making remakes and making sequels.
Mm.
Like at some point, sequels should stop.
It seems like if the movie garnered like a best like an Oscar, if it was an Oscar winning or Oscar nominated movie, do we really need to remake it? I mean, really?
Yeah.
Let's just
Is
let it
it?
sit there
Is it? Does it? Let's
and soak in
sit
its
over
glory,
there. Sit over
unless it wasn't
there.
that good in the first
Let's
place.
let's sit and be there for like 100 years without remaking it again. Let everybody die and then remake it. Let's just.
I don't know. I do want to see the West Side Story
I
remake,
do want to see that.
but
You know
and
what?
I know, but
I'm
now
sorry.
even I can't watch the original West Side Story without thinking about the show we did. Like that was over a year ago with Ed.
No,
I mean with Rico,
Rico,
with
yeah.
with Rico, and him
Oh,
giving his perspective on that movie.
speaking of Rico, I want to give
Yeah,
a shout out to Rico, and I want everybody to wish him a full recovery. He just had a major operation, and he's in the hospital now. So
and
I
didn't he
want
have
to.
a birthday recently too?
I think so, but we want to wish Rico a lot of love and respect and a full recovery.
Definitely, definitely. I did remember seeing
But
this
yeah, but
post.
that
And
show, I haven't watched West Side Story since we did that show.
I know I haven't either. So you know what I think I'm gonna watch? Um, I have this movie that I ordered on DVD because I haven't seen it like on TCM or any of they don't show the good old movies like they used to. This is not a great movie. It is not what that's not a good preface.
No. Yeah, you start off with this is not a great movie. Like
Um, you know what? That's the tease. I'm gonna save it because I have the DVD and I will bring it to the show next week. I
no,
was
tell me
gonna go
what the
get it.
movie. I need to know what the movie is now.
Well, no, we're over time. We're like almost 40 minutes over time.
No, we're 15 minutes over time.
Hey, Scooby Life, thanks for hanging out. So good to see you.
Yes,
Thanks
Scooby Life.
to
Thank you, Scooby
Ed,
Life.
to Dion, to Audrey, to Miss Cookie, to Michael Shepard, one half of Boozing with Gage. Check them out Friday nights on YouTube, on Facebook. Again, Ed Brown, Scooby Life. Hopefully we didn't miss anybody. Dion, Miss Santos. As always, guys, thanks for hanging out with us on a Saturday night. It's Kathy and Kenny. We explain pop culture. I don't think we've given any explanations of recent, but we will chat pop culture to death. And next week,
Next
we'll
week.
talk about board games, the classics, the best. I might try to pull out and drag out a few of my good old
Yes.
school games.
You know what
And
you know what I found last week?
what?
I found Trouble.
Trouble.
But wait
You
a minute,
know
wait a minute,
why?
hold
Okay,
on.
I'm
Wait a
sorry.
minute. It's the Batman version of Trouble.
Lord have mercy. Everything in your life revolves around the comics.
I
I don't
had to
know
buy
how you
look, I had to buy it. I have it sitting in my room and I'm gonna be able to show it to you next week. I had the Batman version of Trouble.
you
I'm
know what the
so
best
excited.
feature of Trouble was?
I'm never gonna open this game. I'm never gonna open this game.
So it's gonna be mint new
It's gonna
condition.
be yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, Dion, if we go figurines, that's a whole nother episode.
She said figures.
Oh, figures. Oh, I thought it was figurines because
No.
that could be a whole nother pop culture episode if we start breaking out the Funko Pop figures and such. But anyway, we got to wrap up this show. Next week, we're talking board games. So pop out your board games, hang out with us. We're here Saturday nights, 8:30 Eastern time. It's Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. And thank you guys for being our pop culture kids hanging out with us. We'll see you next week.
God bless your soul and keep living. Peace.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.